Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for the knife of the day. Hey. This is a weird one. It's not so weird as super different kind of knife that I would show you. It has been sitting on my desk, literally, along with the box for about a month and a half, and I've been doing different knives, new Spydercos, other knives in my collection. By the way, if you're new to this video, I'm going through my collection of knives, one knife at a time, one day at a time. It's about 400 of them. The playlist has all of my Spydercos to date, and a lot of other knives, so go check out the playlist. I am part of the Spyderco Collectors Club. People ask, what's that number by the Spyder on a lot of my knives? That's my collector's number, number 23. The Collectors Club is a club where you commit to buying all of Spyderco knives. They just changed it. You can buy all of the Spyderco knives released, including all the variations. So every knife they release. Or you can do every knife that they release, including all of the exclusives. So exclusives from Blade HQ, Bento Box, whatever. You also get those exclusive knives. And you commit to buying all of them. So it can get expensive. You get a discount because you're buying all of them. But, you know, we're not talking about you buy paramilitary 2s for, you know, $25. But there is a discount. And so you're committed to getting them. Now, I have a large collection of Spyderco fixed blade knives that I just loved before I was part of the Collectors Club, and I bought. And so you can see all of those on the playlist. But when you're part of the Collectors Club, they send you every knife, and you buy them. So even knives you're not used to buying. I like that part because I find knives that on the surface I wouldn't buy, and then I get them in hand and go, man, I love this. Or a variation like a serrated blade variation that I probably wouldn't buy once I had the plain edge. Now I'm happy I have the serrated edge. A lot of times the black blades, you know, if I already have a satin blade, Spyderco, and they come out with the black variation, I don't get it. Now I get them, and I like that, okay? Well, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I got in the mail this really very well put together chef's knife. Spyderco does kitchen knives. Now, I've bought in the past just because I wanted them. They were inexpensive. A couple of their paring knives, you know, it was inexpensive. It had FRN scales. But they sent this one, and I just didn't know how to talk about it. Now, if it came with a sheath, that's great, because even a chef's knife, which is, if you guys aren't familiar with chef knife, it's not like I'm a big cook. I'm a bachelor. But a chef's knife is a chef's EDC, everyday knife. It can do everything, right? It's big enough to do things. You can cut it. It's not a butcher's knife, but it's in between that and another knife. They just do everything with this. It's an everything knife. So they sent it, and of course, chef's knife, you put it in a butcher's block or in a drawer. I have knives in a drawer. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know the steel of my cooking knives. I just buy steak knives and stuff and throw them in there. This seems so too good to put in one of my kitchen drawers. I wish I had a sheath. And because then I could at least say, well, you know, a cook's knife is a good fixed blade. You know, you could take it with you. Again, it doesn't have a sheath. So let's talk about this knife. It's so well done, and I want to document every knife in my collection. I love talking to you guys, but the one reason I'm here on YouTube is to make sure I get a video of all my knives. So, This is the Spyderco chef's knife with the Corian handle. Corian handle. So let's talk about the blade itself. It's a beautiful blade. It's VG10 steel, which makes sense. You know, durable, good blade, steel, easy to sharpen, a very good stainless steel, of course. It's a cooking blade. It's a lot of food prep and wet and all of that. And as we know, Spyderco does a lot of VG10 steel knives. Huge blade. Sheep's foot blade, which is pretty much is a chef's knife. 7.1 inches for the blade. Big blade. And if you're familiar, whether you've seen it on TV or you guys have a chef knife, they usually are these big knives. The total size is 12 inches and 12.5 inches, 12.5 inches. So it's a big knife. It weighs 5.7 ounces, but of course very well balanced as a knife should be, with that big blade that does all the work. And of course, it's not a choil. It's easy to sharpen, and you can kind of, you know, grip up on it or not. Full stainless steel tang that goes through the handle, full tang. And as you see, on most very good fixed blade knives, it's the same way. It tapers towards the end. And I love that it's full tang. Most Spyderco fixed knives are, because then it can't come out of the handle or anything. It just gives you a lot of stability. They polish these stainless bolts that hold the knife together. Corian, you see sometimes commercials or something. I've been in some upscale houses that have Corian counters and that kind of thing. It feels unfreaking real. It feels so luxurious and rich and smooth. Just super smooth and super beautiful. That's why it's been sitting on my desk. I'm not going to throw this in my drawer. I can't throw it where I throw all my other fixed blades. I'm going to compare this knife to the Temperance and the Spyderco Temperance and the Spyderco Gale Bradley Bowie, just so you get a size comparison. Again, I wish I had a sheath for this. Because I think I would just put it with all my other knives, and I actually think it's a good thing. Full flat grind, of course, it slices like nobody's business. It can hurt you though, because it's a big, long, sharp knife. Just a really unbelievable knife, and I hope you understand why I think it was weird for me to talk to you guys about. I have all these folding knives and other fixed knives that we're used to as EDC knives or work knives. This is a work knife. It's a chef's knife. It's one I have to admit I would not have bought, because my knives are not that expensive as far as food goes. But man, if you want an upscale knife, that's a looker. Very nice knife. The Corian, C-O-R-I-A-N, Corian handles are unbelievable. I thought Spyderco did great smooth G10, and they do. But this is great material, especially for a cooking knife. So there you have it. Yes, do I think it was weird? Yes, but I wanted to get it on tape. And I think I want you guys to see all the Spydercos that come through here. This is the brand new, it was in this year's catalog, 2018, as I record this. The Spyderco chef's knife with Corian handles. The new chef knife. It's an upscale chef knife that's really nice. I got a comment that sometimes when I compare things to fixed blades, I take the blades out of the sheaths and they wanted to see the sheaths, and that was fair. And especially since I said I wish I had a sheath for this. This right here is the Temperance one from Spyderco. And then a fixed blade I really like, because I really like Gale Bradley. And I love when he works with Spyderco. Here's the Gale Bradley Bowie. Or Bowie. Yeah, it's a big knife because it's going to do food prep. You guys probably are familiar with chef knives. There you have it. That's the brand new Spyderco chef's knife with the Corian handle. Fancy smancy that I got. And it's now I can take it off my desk. I don't know where I'll store it. But there you have it. If I have a fancy dinner party or something, I'll bring it out and cut something with it. Just a wonderful knife. If you're interested in that kind of thing, there you have it. Let's see. That's it. If you're enjoying these daily knives of the day, don't forget to thumb it up. I love to see the thumbs. It just keeps me going. And you know, when you do these things, at least for me, for YouTube, I do it for this community, just to talk to you guys and to do something that doesn't have to do with work. I also do it because I do want to put on YouTube all of my knives, a video of all my knives. So if you enjoy this, but sometimes it's every day and I'm still working and doing all that, and I have ups and downs like you guys, and I just love that you guys are at least watching the videos and commenting. I love the comments. I read your comments immediately. They get me through work days even. I will respond eventually. It always takes me a little time, but I appreciate all of you guys. If you have anything to add about chef's knives or anything else, please do it. Please subscribe. That helps me. It really does. Turn on your notifications as well. We're still under 30% of the people who watch the videos actually subscribe. So I wish you guys would do that. And make sure you turn on your notifications. On the weekends, I usually bring a bunch of knives together that have something in common and talk about them. Hey, I appreciate you all. Thank you for all your attention. Sorry this has gone so long. It was just weird for me because it's not my usual kind of knife that I talk to you guys about. Have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Of course, don't shove a chef's knife in your pocket. It will probably get uncomfortable for you. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.